shot in 4K ultra high definition. Your number one source for local news. WRAL News. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news. This is a live look at Pool Road where a car has crashed into a home. How many people were injured?
And we have a little bit of rain out there to start with this morning. It is light and patchy, but I'll show you how long it will last and who's more likely to see some showers.
And today, close to 50 child care centers across our state will not open, causing issues for many families. The push for more funding happening today in Raleigh.
And today, a big night for the Canes and their quest for the Stanley Cup as they take on the New York Rangers for Game 6 in the series right here in Raleigh at PNC Arena. It is do or die. They have to win tonight, so we'll see what they can do. Thanks for joining us. I'm Michelle McConaughey in for Renee Chu.
And I'm Jeff Hogan. Great to have you along here as we get our Thursday started. Yeah, I can even up the series and then who knows what exactly. Elizabeth Gardner is in the WRAL Severe Weather Center right now with who knows what. There were sprinkles in Apex, I can tell you that. I can vouch.
I pulled up the Chapel Hill camera. There was the rain coming down. So just this last bit of this disturbance cruising on through, just a little bit of light patchy rain out there. It is cloudy almost everywhere, and you may run into some fog. We're going to talk about the visibility too coming up. But let's zoom in. We have a few light showers, like Jeff said, down here in Apex, down toward Anger, and then up around Durham and Chapel Hill, and even around Roxborough. And there's more of it back to the north and west. So this is going to be with us for a few hours. Let's take a look at Futurecast, and you can see those light showers at 6 a.m., but by 9 a.m. it's all over with. And at that point, we should be seeing a little bit of sunshine breaking through. We should be partly cloudy this afternoon. We're going to have a nice break. Today, we don't have any risk for severe storms, and we should see some sunshine. But of course, we're not starting that way. Here's a look at Chapel Hill, where it is wet right now. As we take a look at the intersection there at Columbia and Franklin Street. 65 is our temperature. Our wind is coming out of the northeast at around 3 miles per hour. It's 59 in Roxborough. Elsewhere, temperatures are in the low to mid 60s. It's a nice mild start this morning, and it should be a decent day. We'll see an increasing chance for some sunshine this afternoon and highs in the low 80s. But of course, Friday, we get back into a little bit of a wetter pattern, and already for Saturday, we have a level 1 risk for severe storms across our area. I'll walk you through the weekend coming up.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Following breaking news this morning, 5 people are in the hospital after a car crashed into a home in Raleigh. It happened on Pool Road just before 2:30 this morning. Nick Perlin is on the scene in the WRAL Breaking News Tracker. Nick, that road is expected to stay closed for a while.
Michelle, that's right, and understandably so. This is just an extraordinary sight behind me with this car flipping over a wall, flipped over on its side and crashing into a home. I'm going to step out of the way just so you can get a better view of it. You can see investigators here shining flashlights on that car. Like I said, it's flipped over on its side. We're not sure at this moment if anybody was inside the home when this crash happened. But Michelle, like you said, 5 people were taken to the hospital. I'm still trying to learn if they're doing okay right now. But yeah, we can expect this area of Pool Road to be closed down for quite some time as the investigation continues. We'll stay on top of this all morning. Reporting live in Raleigh, Nick Perlin, WRAL News.
Also today, dozens of child care centers in our area will be closed. Many workers won't be at work. Instead, they'll be participating in a demonstration called A Day Without Child Care. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey joins us live from Halifax Mall in Raleigh. And Kelsey, this will impact a lot of families today who depend on that child care.
Jeff, so many parents are probably waking up this morning scrambling to find childcare before work. Nearly 50 child care centers across the state will be closed today. A rally is scheduled to happen here at Halifax Mall in just a few hours with those child care workers. Now, this comes just days after child care workers and families rallied in Durham. Families and providers are rallying today for state dollars. They're requesting this money because COVID federal funds will run out next month. A survey shows 29% of child care providers expect to close without this funding, leaving nearly 92,000 kids without a slot.
Children get their start before K through 12. And in order for children to have the best advantage or the best start to life, we have to invest in early childhood education.
And that rally is scheduled for this morning at 10 o'clock. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.
UNC's Board of Trustees will meet again today. They will be on alert for protesters after demonstrators disrupted a committee meeting yesterday. Police removed protesters who stood and chanted during that meeting. Board member Dave Bullock threatened to have them arrested. The UNC police chief said that no one was arrested. Disrupting a public meeting is a Class 2 misdemeanor. He says that this is the second time protesters have interrupted a university meeting there. These meetings are coming 2 weeks after police broke up a pro-Palestinian encampment on campus.
A man is back in custody after trying to escape from officers at Wake Med Garner last night. Garner police say this man, 31-year-old Christopher Knight, was being treated for minor injuries yesterday after being arrested earlier in the day for embezzlement and resisting a public officer. Shortly before 7:30 last night, he took off running. Police had him in custody again before 7:45. Knight now faces additional charges.
3 men are in jail after a chase in Nash County. Sky 5 flew over that scene that happened in Nashville. Authorities say the driver crashed into 3 police vehicles and a deputy's vehicle. 1 police officer was taken to the hospital and is expected to be okay. Nashville police say it started when a man tried to use a fake check at Walmart. He ran away as officers arrived. He got into a car that was waiting in the parking lot and police started that chase. It ended when the car hit a police truck head on. We are working to learn the name of the 3 men who are in custody and the charges filed against them.
We know the name of the Cary man charged in the chase that ended in a rollover crash in Wake County. We first brought you this story as breaking news yesterday morning. John Leek McLeod faces several traffic violations, including felony fleeing and eluding arrest and possession of marijuana. The Highway Patrol says he tried to avoid a license checkpoint by Garner police. Officers tried to stop him, but he kept driving and then threw something out of the window. A Wake County deputy picked up the chase from there, and that's when Leek McLeod crashed. 3 people were taken to the hospital. Those 2 chases are the latest of several in our area. The number of pursuits involving Highway Patrol has more than doubled in recent years. In 2019, there were over 450 chases. 2022, that number jumped to more than 1,000. And in a special report, WRAL Investigates looked into the difficult decisions officers make every day as to whether or not to pursue a suspect. You can find that report on WRAL.com.
Chinese leader Xi Jinping and Russia's Vladimir Putin are meeting in Beijing for a 2-day visit as Russian troops advance in Ukraine. This is the 4th time Putin and Xi have met face-to-face since Russia invaded Ukraine in February of 2022. The 2 countries have strengthened ties since the war began. Xi said that China-Russian relations have stood the test of a changing international landscape.
Tonight, Carolina Hurricanes try to get one step closer to history, hosting the New York Rangers in Game 6 of their second-round Stanley Cup playoff series. Canes have won 2 in a row now after losing the first 3 games of the series. So if they win tonight and force a Game 7, they'd be just the 10th NHL team in history to do that, come from 3 down. Puck drop for tonight's game, 7 o'clock. Be sure to watch our exclusive post-game show right after the game. It gets started at 11:25 tonight.
Today, work on the second phase of the Complete 540 project will get started. The work will create a new highway connecting I-40 in Garner to I-87 in Knightdale. A groundbreaking ceremony will happen at 2 o'clock this afternoon on White Oak Road in Garner. More than 10 miles of highway will be built. It'll include exits at White Oak Road, US 70 Business, Rock Quarry Road, Auburn, Knightdale Road, and Pool Road. Once it's done, it will complete the 540 loop around Raleigh. This portion of the highway is expected to be open by 2028.
National Weather Service confirms Tuesday's storms produced 4 tornadoes. 3 of them were in North Carolina. An EF0 tornado damaged 7 homes in Columbus County. Another EF0 caused damage near Baldwin-Elkins Road and Highway 211. And in Marion, South Carolina, an EF1 tornado hit wind speeds up to 90 miles per hour. In Robeson County, an EF0 again. That was confirmed between Pembroke and Red Springs.
This morning, Michael Cohen will be back in the hot seat to testify in the hush money trial against former President Donald Trump. The defense will continue its cross-examination of Cohen. He is the prosecutor's final witness for now as they try to prove that Trump paid to suppress information about his sexual relationship with porn actress Stormy Daniels. Earlier this week, Cohen told jurors that he repeatedly lied about hush money payments made to Daniels in order to protect Trump.
20 minutes before 5 on your Thursday, a semi-truck driver was left in a dangerous position after crashing on a bridge. The dashcam video that shows the moments that semi was left dangling over the side.
Plus, an unexpected side effect of Ozempic could help with addiction treatment.
And we'll give you this live look. North Hills this morning. Today will be more dry but cloudy. Temperatures nearing the 80s. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner will tell us when our next chance for storms rolls in.
From the WRAL Severe Weather Center, North Carolina's most experienced team of meteorologists.
443, taking a look at a little bit of light patchy rain. This is behind the front that came through yesterday. So just a few sprinkles, hardly anything measurable out there, and it's not going to last too long. But we are seeing some showers just rolled through Apex down toward Holly Springs and Fuquay, through Garner down toward parts of Johnston County, around Chapel Hill, Carver, Durham, and even up toward Person County, seeing a little bit of light patchy rain. 20% chance it's over by 8 a.m., if not before. So it's not something that's going to be with us all day. But it is wet here in Apex. You can see the damp streets there on Salem Street. We're checking out visibility. We are seeing some cloud cover out there, so half a mile visibility in Southern Pines. That may drop a little bit more as we get through the day. It's going to be a nice one. We should see some sunshine this afternoon with high temperatures in the low 80s.
This morning, a North Carolina-based ministry is doing its part to send critical resources to the flooded region in Brazil. Samaritan's Purse is airlifting their 4th relief flight in a week to Brazil from their response center in Greensboro. So far, they've sent more than 65 tons of items like water filters, blankets, hygiene kits, solar lights, and much more. That flight will depart 6 o'clock this morning.
A Canadian woman is sharing her scary case of deja vu. She shares these 2 photos taken from her back patio. The one on the left shows what the sky looked like on Tuesday as a wildfire burned nearby. And the right side of your screen shows a photo from 8 years ago, when you can see how close the fire got to her home then. Back in 2016, everyone in her city was forced to evacuate. That's not the case yet, but it depends on the direction of the wind.
Cleanup efforts are underway after a barge slammed into a bridge, spilling oil into the bay near Galveston, Texas. Emergency officials say that barge holds 30,000 gallons, but it's unclear how much fuel was on board at the time or how much has leaked. The collision led to the closure of the bridge, which connects Pelican Island to Galveston. For now, the only way off the island is by boat.
New this morning, there is a new Miss USA a week after the woman who held the crown stepped down. Miss Hawaii Savannah Gankowitz was crowned Miss USA in a ceremony in Hawaii overnight. She was the runner-up to Noelia Voigt, who relinquished in last week. Voigt cited mental health issues and problems within the organization.
Well, I empathize with the former title holders, but I took this as a job and a responsibility to really help make a positive impact within this organization that I truly believe in.
Gankowitz says that her background as a certified mental health responder helps her understand the importance of prioritizing your own well-being and advocating for others.
Law and Order actress Angie Harmon is suing Instacart after one of its shoppers shot and killed her dog. The shopper shot the dog in March while delivering groceries to Harmon's home in Charlotte. She's suing the shopper for trespassing, invasion of privacy, and negligence. She's also suing the company for negligent hiring and supervision. The shopper has been permanently banned from the company. Dashcam video shows the moment a semi-truck crashed into the side of a bridge in Kentucky, leaving the driver in a very dangerous position. Take a look at this. You see the driver turn the wheel before crashing through a railing and dangling over the edge. It happened on the Clark Memorial Bridge in March, and the driver was rescued from the truck by firefighters. The video was shown in court, where authorities are trying to convict the man accused of causing this crash.
Dozens of cyclists showed up at the Raleigh State Capitol last night to honor those killed on the roads in our state last year. The cyclists rode over 4 miles around Raleigh to honor the 43 people killed. Since 2018, there's been an almost 140% increase in cyclist deaths along roadways all across North Carolina. Organizers and others shared their stories about their own experiences being hit by cars. They made a memorial with shoes. Each pair symbolizes a North Carolinian killed while cycling over the last 5 years.
An unexpected effect of the weight loss drug Ozempic is less of a desire to drink alcohol. It's a feeling described by thousands of people taking these weight loss medicines. Ozempic's maker says it intends to study the phenomenon, possibly as a treatment for people with alcoholism and liver disease. The company announced a new clinical trial on alcohol-related liver disease. That trial is designed to enroll about 240 participants and is slated to begin May 20th.
A town in Wayne County is under investigation after it was accused of letting people live inside a town hall. That's according to a report from the state auditor's office. It happened in the town of Fremont, just north of Goldsboro. A former town administrator and former mayor are accused of allowing two people and their pets to live inside town hall for 6 months. They also approved thousands of dollars to renovate the building for the people living inside. This includes a shower and a water heater. The investigative audit found that several other violations of town policy, state law, and federal tax law in Fremont. You can find the full report on WRAL.com.
We give you this live look now out at RDU International Airport. The airport committees will meet today to discuss construction and operations. On the agenda today includes considering a contract for repairs on Taxiway F and restoration needs for parking garage 1 and 2. The work session begins at 11 and should be streamed on the airport's YouTube page.
Clear conditions around Raleigh right now, but that's not the case everywhere. Meteorologist Elizabeth Gardner tracking some pop-up showers. Elizabeth.
Some leftovers from yesterday. We didn't see a whole lot of rain around the Triangle area yesterday, but the cold front's already moved through. Just a little bit of lingering moisture out there for us this morning. So for Wake County, Durham County, through Orange County, and just to the west of our viewing area. So that's going to swing through over the next couple of hours, and that's going to be it. We're going to have a nice, dry, and quiet day. It's not going to last long. We get into showers and thunderstorms again tomorrow and through most of the weekend. A little bit of light rain just came through Apex, headed down toward Anger. Garner seeing a little shower, Chapel Hill, Durham, and then on up toward Person County as well. We'll take a look at the big picture. Our cold front moved through yesterday. We did have some scattered thunderstorms in our southern counties yesterday, but not a whole lot from the Triangle area northward. You can see just that little bit of lingering rain. This is a look at the storm reports from the last several hours. We ended up yesterday with some reports of hail, and you can see that there in Sampson County. The day before, we ended up with some wind damage reports. We did not have any tornado reports across our area, but we talked earlier in the newscast about some confirmed tornadoes to our south and down toward the coast. Yesterday's rainfall was about 1/4 of an inch for Fayetteville and Clinton, and a little less than that in Southern Pines, but nothing officially yesterday across the rest of the viewing area. So again, just like the day before, most of it was down to the south in terms of the severe storms. Of course, we had a lot of rain on Tuesday in the rest of the viewing area. All right, let's talk about the rest of the day today. A couple of sprinkles lingering up until around 7 or 8 o'clock, and then we should end up seeing some sunshine. Right now we have a lot of cloud cover, some low clouds, but those should begin to break up once we get into the afternoon with some sunshine. Should be a nice day to get outside. Maybe a sprinkle or two overnight, and of course it is raining right now in Chapel Hill. It is coming on down. 65 degrees is the temperature as you're headed out the door this morning. 81 in Raleigh, 80 in Durham, and 82 in Fayetteville with partly cloudy skies this afternoon, and it should feel okay out there. It's going to be fine for Hurricanes watch parties. I imagine it's going to be a busy one out there at PNC, and pleasant temperatures too. If you're tailgating at 4 o'clock, 80 degrees. By the end of the game, we're back down to around 70. A muggy meter tolerable, sitting at 61, so it should feel fairly comfortable. But we get into the next several days, the weekend and beyond, and we're steamy to tropical. It is going to be a wet weekend. A 40% chance on Friday. That's going to be late in the day. And then Saturday and Sunday, a 70% chance. Saturday, we already have a level 1 risk for severe storms. So we're going to walk you through that. After that, wouldn't you know it, just after the weekend, it looks a little bit drier.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Folks who are from the north who now live in North Carolina will love this. Wawa's grand opening of its first store in the state, and the city's where it plans to expand by the end of the year.
Oh, I love Wawa. Plus, a look at the new Dune prequel series set 10,000 years before the movies. Bridgerton fans have some binge watching to do. The first new episodes in more than 2 years dropped on Netflix at 3 o'clock this morning. The new season focuses on the love story of Colin and Penelope. 4 episodes are out now. More will come out in June.
Exciting news today. The first Wawa in North Carolina will open. It's a popular convenience store and gas station. It'll open its first North Carolina location today in Kill Devil Hills on the Outer Banks. The company is expected to build 10 locations in North Carolina by the end of the year and have 90 locations over the next 10 years. The company also plans to open locations in several areas, Fayetteville for one, Wilson, Goldsboro, Wawa is best known for its fresh and built-to-order food, particularly their hoagies, Michelle.
So good. I love it. All right, well, for those of you who can't wait for the next installation of the Dune series, you're in luck. We're getting a look at the first trailer for the Dune prequel series.
10,000 years before the birth of Paul Atreides, before the universe would know us as the Bene Gesserit, we founded a sisterhood.
The 6-episode series takes place 10,000 years before the movies. It follows 2 Harkonnen sisters as they establish the sect that will become known as the Bene Gesserit. This is set to debut this fall on Max, but there's no word on an official premiere date.
An MLS match in Philadelphia had an unusual delay last night. That guy, a little raccoon, got onto the field and ran wild. The crowd roared as members of the grounds crew tried to corral this guy. Eventually, they were able to get it in, and the game was able to go on. League statisticians got in on the fun, saying the animal set a record for most time on the pitch in league history, I suppose, for varmint.
Yeah, if he wanted to get in on the action. I feel like usually you see like it's cat, maybe a dog gets loose, but this is different.
Wonder how it got in there in the first place. Game's played at night, though, so raccoons come out at night.
Oh, my goodness.
There you have it.
That's so funny. All right, coming up, Apex's police chief is retiring later this year. Chief Jason Armstrong served 23 years in law enforcement. Armstrong joined the town of Apex in August of 2021. He is originally from Fayetteville. The town will start the search for Armstrong's replacement soon.
We are following breaking news in Raleigh. Authorities are investigating after a car crashed into a home on Pool Road.
Plus, we'll tell you about a new way for people to test for signs of cervical cancer.
And it's time to start thinking about football season. Everything you need to know about the Panthers' 2024 schedule.